Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Jafet Johnson, and welcome to Blockchain for All 2023 edition. I want to appreciate everyone for taking our time to join us once more for our live events. And I want to appreciate every viewer that have been sharing this video to their community, to their friends. It has been a wonderful time with our wonderful speakers since the day we started, and we can't thank them enough. I want to appreciate all our sponsors, Benny Agro, Hebron Academy, the contact for sponsoring this wonderful event, and our other sponsors that have been doing their best to ensure that this program has been coming to the eyes of every Nigerian and African for the past 3 years. So thank you very much for everyone that joined yesterday, even though we had some network glitches, but I want to appreciate everyone that stayed through, asked their questions. We really appreciate every one of you. We want to also appreciate our speaker, Mr. Martins, for taking our time yesterday to tell us a lot of benefits for what blockchain has brought to the table for every business person and individual. So thank you very much. Today is another episode with a wonderful speaker. He's a coach, he's a mentor of mine that have taught a lot around business development, about mindset. He has trained a lot of Africans and Nigerians as a whole because Nigerians are one of the key people that he loves so much. And he has done a lot of trainings to ensure that Africans and Nigerians understand the use of blockchain. He's an expert in blockchain analysis. He has been able to build a lot of businesses, and he has been able to also incorporate some of them with blockchain and cryptocurrency. He's an ambassador for several products or companies outside Nigeria here to see how they adopt the use of blockchain and cryptocurrency. He has He's also a facilitator of Progenesis Business School, where he also teaches about business management and financial management. He's no other person than Hyelni Dari. Uh, One of the things we all know him about is his ability to spot good business and also identify businesses that are viable, businesses that can stand the test of time and be able to invest in them, and also introduce such businesses to people. So he's one of our key investor analysts among the entire group that we have. Understanding and spotting good business is something I know he's very good with. So join me today, everyone. He's a speaker that has been on this program for the past 3 years. So I know a lot of us already know him. But this year he's coming with something special. He's coming with new ideas. He's coming with new concept around the topic he will be presenting today. And join me as we welcome uh, my boss, my mentor, Mr. Hyelni Dari. Welcome, sir.
All right, thank you so much, Jafet.
Thank you for joining us
Uh,
today.
Thank you all, Blockchain for All community. I'm super excited to actually be on this call with all of you, joining all around the world. In the next 1 minute, I'd like everyone on this call now to do yourself a favor and find a way to share the link for this call so you can get as many of your friends as possible on this call, because the value that we'll be discussing in the next few minutes will help a lot of people out there. These are information that thousands of people pay heavily to actually get access to, and it's going to save you a lot if you pay attention to the information. So get as many of your friends as possible on this call before we fully start. So just like Jafet said, I also want to thank you again, Jafet, for the opportunity to actually be part of blockchain for all. And we've seen what you're doing. You're doing amazingly well for the industry, all for free. You're doing a great job, and it's going to speak very soon. My
Thank
name
you
is
very
Hyelni
much.
Dari. Just like he said, I'm a venture capitalist, a business builder, business developer, mindset developer. Over the past 8 years, we've generated in revenue over $25 million to different startup companies and different projects um, locally here from Nigeria, and we've done incredibly well in the cryptocurrency space. And in the next few minutes, we're going to share with you guys what you need to do, the strategies we've used over the years that have helped us to get to where we are now. Is the same strategies that we're going to share a part of it. Though the time is too small, but we're going to talk about some key things that if you pay attention to, it will move you from one level to another.
All right. So
Thank
thank
you.
you very much, Mr. Hyelni, for joining us today. And thank you for that wonderful and short introduction. So people that have money don't talk too much. They just go straight to give you a point of what they have done. So thank you very much for that short introduction. And I want to really appreciate you once more. A lot of people have started joining. In fact, some people when they hear money, they have started saying welcome. So I don't know whether we are welcoming Mr. Hyelni or welcoming the money. But nevertheless, we welcome both of them to the show. So people are already joining in. Kindly share this to your friends. We don't want anyone to miss this live session today. For those people on my WhatsApp, please, please, and please. I know every day they usually send questions on the WhatsApp. Kindly share your questions on the live session. So it should not just be on the WhatsApp, so that our guest speaker will be able to see the questions when the time comes. So today, Mr. Hyelni Dari will be talking on a wonderful topic that every Nigerian, every youth that have heard about cryptocurrency or blockchain or has little money wants to talk about, and it has to do with investing. Okay, a lot of people have to go, okay, even if it's cryptocurrency, how do I even invest? Even if it's forex, how do I invest? See, no matter what it is, someone wants to know how to invest. So today, Mr. Henry Daru will be talking about investing strategies for cryptocurrency. But sir, before we go to your topic, maybe you give us a good foundation, because it's good to start somewhere. Let's have a good understanding from your perspective what the blockchain is and what it has come to offer to the market. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you so much, Jafet. Actually, blockchain it's a technology that is revolutionizing everything that happens in the world. Right. The concept of the blockchain technology have actually come in to provide number one security in terms of transactions. All right. Also to provide accurate data record in terms of data capturing. It has come to revolutionize about 19 different industries. So the first use case which actually went out to become very, very popular is the use of Bitcoin that is revolutionizing the financial sector, financial transactions, in the sense that it is actually created so that two people can carry out a transaction without third party, meaning you can actually carry out a cryptocurrency transaction using Bitcoin as a cryptocurrency without going to a third party or a bank or a financial institution. So that has actually created ease when it comes to transaction. It has also created ease when it comes to cross-border transaction, because debit and credit on the blockchain happen at the same instance. All right. So cryptocurrency have come to stay because money is very essential when it comes to our lives here on earth. So any system that is designed to take care of finances, to ease the process of transactions without going through third parties, uh, is a technology that have come to stay. All right. I'm not actually prepared to speak so much about the blockchain because our time is too small. But with this brief introduction, you know that the blockchain is actually a technology that have come to stay, in the sense that virtually there is no part of your life that you can go out there and you can't see a practical application of the blockchain. All right, with the introduction of Ethereum, which brought about the DeFi and D apps, decentralized finances, which enables a lot of people to build their own financial technology on the cryptocurrencies, on the blockchain space, and also decentralized applications, which enable a lot of companies and people to build different assets and different projects on the cryptocurrency. So it's a technology that has come to stay. This is what I tell most of my friends. If your children are going to school, ask them to study about the blockchain. Because just like the founders of the internet, and internet-based applications, that is Web 1.0 and Web 2.0, the founders of those technologies are all multi-billionaires. So imagine if your children study about blockchain and cryptocurrencies. In the next 10, 15 years, they're going to be multi billionaires because the technology have come to stay and it is replacing Web 1 and Web 2 at the same time. Thank you.
Oh, thank you very much for that wonderful charge towards the entire topic for today. And you have said some key things that has to be repeated again. And we have to pay attention towards learning and learning what the technology brings first. Because if we don't know, we might really make a lot of mistakes or might miss a lot of opportunities. I can remember what our speaker said. He said cryptocurrency or Bitcoin itself has lasted 15 years, and so many people are still thinking that it's new. So something that is 15 years, even more older than maybe your first child or your second child, and you're still saying it's new, that means you must be joking. Okay, so what you have said is really right, and I feel everybody should put hand on deck to know what this technology is all about and try to see how to tune it. So today you'll be talking on this wonderful topic. So I think it's good we go directly into the topic because I know a lot of questions will come in today. I'm very certain about that. So let's go straight into what is how or what or why should we look at the strategies to invest using cryptocurrency and possibly the blockchain technology.
All right. Before I talk about the topic in detail, all information we're going to share today are going to be brief. So you guys need to stay glued to these pages, the blockchain for all, and stay glued to also Mr. Raphael, Mr. Japheth, because um, after the information today, you will actually need somebody to guide you. First of all, I would like to lay a foundation. All right. Investments, I'd like to lay a foundation on what investment is, who is an investor, the types of investments, and then talk about strategies to invest in cryptocurrency. All right. The word crypto means digital. Write it down. So anywhere you had someone talk about crypto, what that person is actually talking about is digital. Currency, as we know, refers to different types of money. All right, the naira, the dollar, the euro, the pounds, all of them are currencies. So cryptocurrency simply means digital currencies. All right, so let's go back to investment. Investment is a process of allocating resources, time, and effort into a project or a product in view of getting capital returns or profit in the future. All right, that is what investment is. This definition does not come about looking at the type of person that becomes an investor, but that is what investment is. There are different types of investments, all right, and different types of investment strategies. We have the long-term investment, short-term investment, medium-term investment. And we also have different level of risks when it comes to investment. We have the high risk, the low risk, and we also have the medium risk investment. All right. So after knowing what investment is, we need to know who is an investor. All right. I'd like to share a story with you guys before I proceed on who is an investor. In 2015, I met someone and I was talking to him about cryptocurrencies, and the person told me he's investing in treasury bills. I say, wow, that treasury bills pay about 12 to 13 to 15%, in some instances up to 25% then in 2015. I said, wow. So this guy actually looked at a sector, did his research, and invested in treasury bills. But as economy may have it today in Nigeria, this guy that has invested heavily everything he had on treasury bill, which is a government-owned investment, is actually now not even in profit, because from 2015 to now, the naira has lost over 60% of its value. All right, and also the treasury bills doesn't return up to 1% per annum. So what I'm trying to say is to let you understand that in every investment there are level of risk. This guy took a risk. He has his data right. He has the numbers right. He has done his research. Then he puts down his money. The first year 15%, second year 12%, third year below 10%, and now below 1% in treasury bills. You can check out this information to see what's happening. All right. And in same 2015, I was doing an analysis with a group of people, and we were doing a calculation that if Aliko Dangote put in just $1 million in cryptocurrencies in 2015, and at 2021, when we were doing that boot camp and the analysis, his $1 million will have generated over $240 million or thereabouts. All right. In 2015, there are very few crypto experts that can actually sit down to give Aliko Dangote this kind of information. And even if you have access to the information, he may not want to take it because he's used to traditional businesses. So if someone told him to put in $1 million in treasury bills, he will get 15% in 2015, he will rush and do it. All right. See, technology have revolutionized how we transact. So if you focus on traditional businesses or investments, all right, there's a limit to how far you can go when it comes to wealth. So let's come down to who is an investor. All right, I actually told you a story of an investor, and actually told you what Ali Dangote would have made if you had actually looked at cryptocurrencies or digital currencies as investment. All right. So an investor is a person. Write this down and never forget. It's a person that is equipped with the right knowledge, the right risk management skills, the right technological skills to be able to position in a sector where he makes sure that his money is first of all preserved from losses. All right. I see a lot of people everywhere. They come to me with $1,000, $2,000, up to $100,000, and they tell me that I'm an investor. You having capital does not automatically qualify you to be an investor. Knowledge is what qualifies you to be an investor, because you should find a way to learn, to have a particular level of knowledge about what you are going to invest in, because investment includes knowledge. All right. You pay money to learn. You go to strategic teachers or coaches that have the relevant knowledge in the area you want to invest, and actually invest heavily to learn first. I met someone in 2016 and he told me to my face, then I had some money, I want to do some businesses. He told me to go and spend that money in buying materials, books, that I will invest I'll invest that money in buying materials that will train me to become an investor. And that actually changed the narrative for me. So a lot of people are so lazy, they don't want to learn, they have capital and they want to become investors. An investor is someone that is equipped with the right knowledge, the right skill set, both physically and also emotionally. Let me tell you guys a gist. In the US, before they allow you part with $200,000, they have to take you to a hospital and check you properly, all right, to make sure that if you lose this money, you still remain healthy and not actually die. They have to check it, all right. So, but here we have fewer regulations into that. Some regulatory businesses, before they actually take your money, they have to see your medical record, all right, to see if anything happens to this money, what becomes of you. So an investor is not just someone with capital. An investor is someone that is equipped with the right knowledge, skills, mentally and emotionally ready to part with his money in acquiring assets that generate profit over a period of time. All right. So there are different types of investment. All right. You can invest in stocks. As long as it is asset, there are different kinds of assets. There are bonds, real estate, commodities, and the likes. All right. Cryptocurrencies are also digital assets. A lot of people invest. A lot of people invest in assets that they see with their eyes. All right. Other people invest in virtual assets. So cryptocurrency are digital assets, they are virtual assets. One of the things I tell a lot of people is before you position on any virtual asset investment, the number one thing you need to do is to do your own research. All right. The number one strategy you need as an investor on cryptocurrencies is the ability to be able to carry out your own research. Remember the definition of investor and investor I told you. You must be equipped with the skill set, the right mindset, the knowledge, and the ability to be able to know the assets you're investing in. All right. If you're not so serious on spending a lot of time, spending a lot of effort, spending a lot of money on investing on the knowledge to be able to know how to research on your own, then you're not qualified to invest in the cryptocurrency space. All right? Because the cryptocurrency space is termed to be a medium to high risk investment, which gives you medium to high returns. So the only thing that can keep you in profit in the cryptocurrency space is your knowledge set, the skill sets, all right, and your ability to take profit and not to remain greedy. I meet a lot of people every day and they tell me they lost hundreds of thousands of dollars on the crypto space. And I tell them, hey, the reason why you lose is because you're greedy. All right. One of the things you need to do is to what? Do your own research. And you cannot do that on your own. That is why you need coaches, you need mentors, you need materials. You need to spend a lot to actually acquire the right knowledge. All right. Then the second knowledge you need to learn after you learn how to do your own research is also to learn how to diversify your portfolio. All right. Is to learn how to diversify your portfolio. That doesn't come just like that. You don't just meet someone that have just stumbled on the cryptocurrency space, carelessly putting some money on a project and get lucky. They're actually doing migrating to other platforms and all that, and there's a pump and the person makes some money, and tomorrow is out there telling you he's a crypto coach, and then you go to him for lessons. You're gonna lose your money. All right. You need people with track record, not people that make noise every day. People with track record of success on the space. These are the people you should listen to, not people that jump from one place to the other. People that are consistent, building wealth on the cryptocurrency space. All right. Another thing you should not learn to do, apart from diversifying your portfolio, is dollar cost averaging. And also, if you're a trader, learn to use stop losses and all that. All right. It's a very, very important thing that I want to talk about, that very few people have actually spoken about this point globally on the cryptocurrency space. And this is it, guys. Pay attention. Every project that is backed by a real life technology solution will definitely do well. Caught me anywhere. Any project that is backed by a real life solution in its ecosystem or is backed by a commodity, it will do well. I see a lot of people out there advertising and talking about NFTs, and they're selling pictures of chimpanzees and all those kind of. Well, it's good because there are a lot of people that are willing to part with millions of dollars to buy your chimpanzee and all that. But if you look carefully in the cryptocurrency space, you'll begin to see that there are projects out there that are not only backed by the technology, but they are backed by commodities outside. Like you see some projects that are backed by, I'm already giving you these strategies, guys. Nobody is talking about it because it is the next multi-billion dollar uh, industry. And a lot of people are already taking position, but they're not talking about it out there. You won't see this or hear it anywhere on social media aside this post. All right. So there are projects out there that are backed by fiscal commodities outside. There are NFTs out there that are actually backed by ticketing, aviation. Go and check the volume of the market capitalization of the aviation and ticketing industry, transportation. Guys, someone has already designed a token and an NFT that is backed by ticketing, in the sense that if you own that NFT, you can pay for your air ticket, air flight, you can do your hotel bookings. And these are real values, not just hype. The reason why a lot of people lose money on the cryptocurrency space is because they go and put their money on a hype project. Someone will just come out and tell you his coin will do 1 million% in 3 days, and you're jumping to put your money. They will rock pull on you. All right. So there are also projects out there that are backed by tokenization of real estate. These are sensitive industries that the whales, the investors, the ventures capitalists, we've already positioned. We're waiting for you guys. Whether you like it or not, if you don't jump on these technologies I'm talking about, we meet in the next 3, 4, 5 years. All right. These are technology that will guarantee you steady capital appreciation because the market is not saturated. It's just the beginning of the beginning. There are tokens out there that are backed by the movie industry, tokenizing the complete movie industry in the world. Go and check the market cap of the movie industry. There are projects out there that are also backed by, I think I've given enough information for today, all right, on this brief call. The information I've shared in the past 30 minutes can make you millions and millions of dollars if you know exactly what you're doing and you know how to go about it. All right. So, first of all, in summary, I'd like you to pay attention to knowledge. All right. Build up the knowledge, your knowledge set, build up your skill set, build up build up a lot of mental alertness, and build up a level of toughness so that you don't get easily packed with your money because somebody come and give you a beautiful slide out there. All right. And pay attention to projects that are solving real life solution on their technology, on the entire blockchain technology, and projects that are backed by real life solution, and also projects that are providing services like what we have here from blockchain for all and Hebron Academy. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir, for that wonderful one. Thank you very much, Mr. Andrew. He has been helping me with transcribing all what you have been saying. It has been awesome because we have been writing. I believe everybody has been writing, even our online viewers. Mr. Andrew, thank you very much for writing out a lot of points that Mr. Kevin has been sharing with us today. And one of the key things is, first of all, we need to understand what an investor is, and you have given us the perfect definition. I think this is one of the best definition I've gotten about an investor. So I need to understand that if I'm not equipped with the right skills, knowledge, and information to even know how to or what assets to put my money in, I might just be calling the wrong name on myself. That means I might just be a bad investor because I might just be losing money. And that's what has been happening. Like so many people that have been saving Naira for over 10, 20 years now. You have been saving Naira with your bank. Yes, you feel you're an investor, but if you look at the definition, it means you don't even know which assets to actually protect your capital. And that has been a major challenge. A lot of people are saying, okay, let's just keep Naira and let's keep saving. But we need to understand what information is actually backing that knowledge. And that is important. So thank you very much for that. You talk about how to do your own research, how to learn, how to diversify. Thank you for people like you out there that we can reach out to get other um, class of asset to diversify, possibly to real estate or whatsoever out there. I feel when people connect with people like you, it's easy for them to ask this question to know where we can even diversify. I know somebody might want to ask you, where can we diversify since the strategy is not just around cryptocurrency. Possibly when you make your millions from cryptocurrency, what is the best place again to put your, I see somebody already putting that question. But we'll go into the question and answer. I think we're just wrapping up with the foundation of the topic. I have more questions here, so I think it would be good that maybe we'll just go to the question and answer. So already
Okay.
somebody's already asking, yes, you have to have knowledge after making money from cryptocurrency. What are the class of assets or other assets that we should look into? Because um, he's saying if I make money in cryptocurrency, I take it to Naira, the next I'll see Naira has crashed again. So what other assets should we be moving out our money? Because that is one of the key explanations you have been talking about. Okay, so I don't know if you can hear me.
The asset class you need to diversify on. And yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me
Okay.
too?
Okay. Yes, I can hear you. You can go
Can you
ahead,
hear
sir.
me? All right. So the asset classes you need to diversify on also depends on your level of knowledge. That is why you must constantly invest in knowledge. There are four stages of wealth creation. First is accumulation, right? Then you go to multiplication of wealth. Then on the third stage, you go to what is known as fortification. All right, you get to a point in wealth creation where profit is not what you're looking for, but you need to actually solidify. Okay, I've made this $10 million. Where can I keep this $10 million to preserve it first? You're not thinking
Mhm.
of profit. So if you're at the level of wealth accumulation, fortification is not for you because you don't even have enough. If you're at the level of wealth multiplication, you're trying to grow wealth. So at the level of fortification of wealth, you can look for fiscal assets like gold. All right, you can buy gold, and you can look for startup in different companies locally. All right, startup companies, virtual banks, tech startups, and also invest there. And also you can look at real estate. All right, so you can look at real estate, find a way to also diversify your portfolio so that this asset that you are able to generate through investment, this capital you're able to generate through investment, you don't actually totally lose it. Because no matter how wealthy you are, even at this point, we're still not certain about the economic manipulation that happens in the world. Look at what is happening in the US. Banks are folding with people's money. All right. I remember Grant Cardone, one of his books that he was talking about the Millionaire booklet, a little booklet. I would recommend that you go through it. It will also help you with the right mindset for becoming an investor. He was talking about how at his level of wealth, he still doesn't have control or certainty of what might have happened. How many of you have seen people that are very wealthy in the past and today they are very broke? Simply because a policy came in their direction of business and actually grounded them completely. All right. So what I recommend is find a way to operate in a global economy. There are four levels of economy. This time is too short for us to demystify a lot of information. You have the local personal economy that has to do with you, the local economy, your environment, regional economy, right, and the global economy. What is making it easy for some young people with the right knowledge to become multimillionaires in dollars is because they find a way to position and earn from a global economy. So you will
Mm.
be very foolish if you earn money from a global economy and not transfer that wealth to a local economy. Of course, your economy is not even solid enough to be able to preserve that money. You lose it to inflation. All right? You lose the money to inflation. So except you get to a point whereby okay, I want to solidify part of this money I've made, then you can buy one or two real estate and then buy gold. Gold does not appreciate much in value, but it actually preserve your wealth. We may wake up one day in the world and someone will say gold is valueless, and it can happen. All right. So there is no certainty when it comes to wealth. That is why you need the right knowledge to always find a way to stay on top of your game, to always find a way to stay on top of the game, to always find a way to stay on top of the information and act on information as fast as possible. Thank you so much.
Wow, so thank you very much for that wonderful answer to the question. I believe the person has really gotten that. You need to stay informed and even know what to do before jumping into different investment. And thank you for also explaining the stages of wealth creation. I think a lot of us are already in that part of accumulation. And we even need to even understand how to even accumulate because accumulation alone is even so I think there must be a lot of things inside accumulation because so many of us are still still finding it difficult to even understand how to accumulate wealth before we even get to the point of multiplication where a lot of us actually lose it again. You go from accumulation, then we lose it, we go back to accumulation. It's just like we are doing a merry-go-round on that part before even getting the part of, very few people even get to the part of preservation. But thank you very much for explaining a lot around this question. So please, if you are watching live, kindly drop your questions so that our guest speaker will see it. We have barely 25 minutes more. So if you ask your question after the live session has ended, then I just hope maybe we'll be able to answer it on the comment section. But if you're watching live, this is the right time for you to drop your question so that our guest speaker will be able to answer it directly. So a lot of people are saying thank you, it's value packed. I've been putting some of those kudos and shout out live for you to see. So another question again coming in on the WhatsApp group. Please, if you are sharing your question, share it on the live comment section so that I'll be able to just share it directly. I don't need to start reading. The question is with the current challenges in cryptocurrency and blockchain regulation in Nigeria, do you think we should still go ahead with putting in our funds because we are uncertain how the regulation will affect the entire market globally and in Nigeria as a whole? So, what is your advice on that?
All right. The issue is government regulation is not actually to stop cryptocurrencies. All right. They are actually the regulations is to actually put in guidelines to be able to completely eliminate the criminal elements in cryptocurrencies, because there are people that have criminal intents. All right. Not only cryptocurrencies, even on the local naira we have. Government have different establishments to actually eliminate criminal elements. All right. So recently, there's a news that I saw that Nigeria is already building policies. Guys, if you check the volume of transactions that happen from Nigeria on the cryptocurrency space globally, we're number one. All right, we're number one in terms of volume of transactions. The record out there state that we're number two or three. But with that mass resources going into the technology from Nigeria, government have to pay attention to that sector because they can create policies that generate revenue. They can create policies leveraging on the blockchain that creates transparency in government accounting and dealings. All right. So recently, some of the regulations, government is already looking at that particular part to find a way to actually help create policies that will make the crypto space easy. It is not 100% clear, but take a look at this. Now that you have an opportunity to invest in cryptocurrency or to put in your fund on cryptocurrency, if you're waiting for government, it will take a very long period of time. For instance, this is a technology that the United States of America failed to stop. All right. The United Kingdom couldn't stop cryptocurrency. The United Arab Emirates couldn't stop. Now they are leveraging the technology to find a way to be the number one when it comes to tokenization in the crypto space. So if we have the largest resources moving to the technology as a country, then government is definitely going to pay attention, more attention to it. If not now, then in the near future. How many of you have gone out there and see the INERA operational already? The INERA is built on the blockchain. All right. There are some stores if you go to in Abuja, they will tell you we accept INERA here. In fact, you can go to your Play Store and download the INERA app, put on some money there, and it also got every characteristics of the cryptocurrency and blockchain has been obeyed to build the INERA. The only difference is it is centralized because it is issued by the Nigerian government. So see, if you're on this call and you're thinking of not participating on cryptocurrency, you're waiting for government have already taken the move. They've built the Nigerian digital currency. It's already running on the blockchain. It's in era. Go on Google or go on your Play Store. You can download the app and become a merchant. I've given you a business secret. Now you can start your business today as a merchant on the Nigerian in era. It's a huge industry. All right. And the Nigerian INERA guarantees transparency of transaction. All the transactions that happen on the INERA blockchain cannot be tampered with. All the records are kept. So if Nigerian government have gone far in building this, and you are listening to somebody somewhere that doesn't understand cryptocurrency, guy, your government is already in the in the cryptocurrency space playing big. All right. If you go and search the INERA and see the volume of transaction that is happening on the INERA, your mind will be blown away. So you see, don't be carried out by some information that will keep making you poor over a long period of time, and don't be carried out by fear.
Hmm.
Find a way to get the right information and position yourself on the cryptocurrency space. What is going to happen in 2024 is going to be mad. I don't want to talk about the future. All right, I'm talking about now. What is going to happen next year, guys? I don't know how to explain it. It's going to be phenomenal. So if you're looking at this space as a space where you cannot put in your money because of some government policies, the government policies have created the INERA on the blockchain centralized. Once they find out that transacting on the INERA on the blockchain is better than transacting locally, and it has stopped a lot of financial frauds, then definitely the entire Nigerian economy will move on the INERA blockchain. And once that
Okay.
happens, what becomes of you that is waiting or you are scared of some policies? Go and find out how much have actually moved on INERA. You'll be shocked to the bones. All right. So make sure you get the right skill sets, the right knowledge. Stay glued to people who are consistent on projects that they actually researched. Learn as much as you can and move as much money as you can before it becomes too expensive. One of the strategies and the mindset of an investor is buying the future while it is cheap. I'm giving you a charge to buy the future now that is very cheap. All right. Go and
So
position
there are some questions
yourself.
again for you
Yeah.
to. So I'm displaying some of the questions for you as they come in live. Yes, so that you
Okay.
keep answering them as you continue to answer others. So I will be putting the questions live for you to see them. One is already saying, "Sir, how was starting like for you? What did you do differently to where you are today?" So I will be putting up the
All right.
questions live for you.
So, responding to this question, so how was starting life for you? What did you do differently to be where you are today? Actually, I wasn't born with a silver spoon. My parents actually did everything possible to make sure they give me the best education, to make sure they give me the best discipline and guidance to grow. And I started my business at a very early age. After secondary school, I actually asked my parents to give me money to start a business, or else I may not go to school. And they actually had to provide me with the funds to start a small business center. And I always have that mindset of a business person. After my secondary school, I read most of the books in my father's library. So that actually built the mindset for me. And starting off business with zero experience, no knowledge and all that, I failed a couple of times. I've tried and failed several times. And I was opportune to meet a mentor of mine that have taught me some skill sets, some knowledge sets. And I was introduced to some books about life and business. It's one of the books that turn everything around, that actually set the foundation for me, is Goals by Brent Tracy. All right, you may want to put your hand on that book, Goals by Brent Tracy. And then my mentor shared that Think and Grow Rich with me, um, the magic of thinking big, the loss of success, um, um, and so many other materials I couldn't mention, but those are the materials that actually set the foundation for me. So what I did differently was I approached the industry from a position of knowledge. All right. I know exactly what I need to do. So I didn't come to the industry blindly. I didn't come into that. Is why I start a business today and tomorrow it's $1 million business, because I've come to grow via knowledge. So I approach every opportunity with knowledge. That's just a brief on how starting off was for me. And The question came unexpected. I will have given you as much details as possible, but I feel you have gotten value from the little I've shared.
Yeah, so thank you very much. I think it's wonderful to know that you didn't grow with everything. Um, you were someone that actually went through a lot of process, just like the way some Nigerians are going through now. So it's not like you had every opportunity to just harness wealth or get money for yourself, or you were inheriting private jet or ships around. So there were due process you had to follow, and it's great. That if someone is asking, mm, he said, what is example of real life solution uh,
What is
or the
example of
problem
real
a
life
coin can
solution
solve?
to the
Like
problem?
what coin is a perfect example?
Perfect example. Well, because of my standpoint, I don't know whether you are ready for this information, but this person that actually asked the question should drop his contact with Mr. Jaffet. We'll
Okay,
actually have to prepare you before we give you the information. All right,
exactly, exactly.
on some of them, we can give you the information privately. Yeah.
Yes. So another person is asking said that thank you for the wonderful answers to the question. We are having this challenge. A lot of times, government will say we have disbursed so many money from him, farmers' money, what money, different money, take money, but we have never seen such money. And we're already looking at how can private investors like you will come into aiding our business. So what are those things you look at in a business before you invest as a venture capitalist?
First of all, a venture capitalist is not somebody that likes your face, but someone that likes your idea and is willing to take it off your hands. All right, that is what this is does. All right, and like I was reading in the papers today, some banks are already falling up. Today, about two banks are falling
Mm,
up in America, and JP Morgan Chase Bank are already smiling because they are looking at an opportunity to take the whole of the idea for a very cheap price. So
mm,
if you have your idea, you can build anything, but you have to build your mindset first. If you have an idea, it is very stupid of you to go to a venture capitalist and tell him this is my idea. Because if you don't have the funds, he will give you seed funding in exchange for control over your company. All right? I see a lot of Nigerians make this mistake. We have fantastic ideas, but we are not built in a tough way to be able to withstand the storms to grow. All right? If you have your idea, nurture it. Go for the right knowledge on how to build it. If you are raising seed funding, sell a small share of your company. And let me tell you, a venture capitalist look at your project or your solution and see what it's offering in the future. If it's viable, why not? He puts in his money. All right? He puts in his money because he sees that this idea is going to make him profit. Ventures
mm,
capitalists look for opportunities to grow their money. It's as
exactly.
simple as that. Very few venture capitalists see a venture capitalist, most of them have a charity part of their business where they do charity. They help the poor, they feed the needy, all right? They provide social support to those in need. When it comes to business, they don't approach business from a standpoint of trying to help you. All right. They look at your idea. Okay, your idea can bring you $10 billion in the next 15 years. And what you need as startup is $10 million. They can give you that startup and control 90% of your company. All
Mm,
right. What I advise people is build your mindset. You cannot build anything if you don't build your mindset. When you build your mindset and come to present your business to a venture capitalist, if he asks for 90%, you give him 10% and tell him this business is going to put, this idea is going to put more money in your pocket. So take 10% for this and this and that. And then, so, but you see, you have to find a way to learn how to interact with these people because they have money that is not in use. All right. They've
exactly.
invested in so many things that have generated capital to them. All right. One of
Mm,
the number one skills you need to portray as a startup individual is your integrity have to be intact. You shouldn't be the kind of person that if they ask, because some ideas are so fantastic, well packaged, but once you present it and they do a background check on you, they don't do business with you again. All right. So you have to find a way to be very deliberate with your life. You have to find a way to make sure your integrity is intact. All right. Every of your businesses have to be transparent. Not that you've cheated this person here and that person there, and tomorrow you are bringing your business to somebody to invest in. They run a background check, they don't give you money blindly. So make sure your integrity is
Mm,
intact and never sell more than 10% of your company. If you need a billion naira for your company as startup, put it out as 10% for sale at at 1 billion naira. When people see the volume you are selling for the amount of money, they know that the remaining 90% will actually be worth more, and they really want to see that. All right. So what you need to do is first of all build your mindset. Go around people that are genuinely willing to help you with knowledge, not money. I see a lot of people fail in life because they go around begging for people for money to fund their businesses or ideas. You cannot succeed when people gives you their own money, because they gives you money with conditions. All right, they give you money with conditions, and all right, when you're starting, the conditions they will give you may not be favorable to you, and if you're not careful, they will take your business because of the conditions. All right, they will take your business because of the conditions. So looking at government and failure of the money that they've distributed to different sector of the economy in the past 8 years that have not actually reached the people the money is intended to. Well, they've created in-era now. They have the solution. So it's just for them to intensify effort, gather data of whosoever they want to pay money to, make sure the person have an in-era wallet, and distribute the money to the in-era wallet. The money goes there directly. It doesn't bypass to any other person's pocket. It goes directly into the in-era wallet. And then if it is distribution of money to farmers to help them in farming and all that, they can now use their e-wallet and actually buy the fertilizer or seedlings or the chemicals they need to actually help. So the in-era will actually cut down a lot of the corruptions and diversion of funds from different individuals. All right, so that's a technology they've built 100% on the blockchain. So if they really want to make something happen, they can actually look at that direction. And also, there are a lot of tech guys in Nigeria that can build blockchain solutions to help reduce the issue of funds diversion and misappropriation in this country. So I call on government to look at that direction, put a call across to the real tech guys in this country that can sit down and come up with solutions. Because see, Nigerians are providing solutions globally to other countries. So why can't we for our nation? All right. So I think government needs to motivate a lot of youths. They need to find a way to identify the people that are really doing well, providing solution in the crypto space, so that the people can help the country. The country needs help from the youths. All right. And the youths have the capacity, because we've seen what Nigeria did in the cryptocurrency space. Right. Globally, Nigerians are doing well in the cryptocurrency space. So the government needs to really pay attention on blockchain technology. Even the just concluded election, some of the things that happen that people are not aware of, if the election is conducted on the blockchain, there wouldn't be network failure. You get that? When you transfer data, the blockchain only capture accurate data. Anything that is
mm,
less than accurate, the blockchain will reject it. All right. So if the blockchain is what is being used during those processes, a lot of things that people are not happy about will have been cut out and all that. So blockchain have come to stay is for government to actually pay attention to what is happening in that space and how it can also get help.
wow, thank you very much, sir. Thank you for that wonderful answer to our question. Uh, we have so many questions. I don't think our time will permit us to take all. But please, if you are watching and we have not answered your question, the best we can do, I think we have gotten a lot of engagement for today's video. So just drop your question on the comment section. I'll just plead with our guest speaker to maybe attend to them maybe later on when he's less busy, because we might not be able to take all your questions on the live session now. And if you need his contact, I'm going to share his contact. That is for the social media, and so that you can follow him and ask your questions. We have to respect our time. So I know some people are just joining now, and you might have gotten a lot of knowledge from the little part of the live video you have watched. But we just want to drop your questions on the comment section, why our speaker will be able to answer. So thank you very much, Mr. Helmi, for this wonderful time you have spared for us. As a community, as Nigerian youth, we don't take it for granted. Thank you very much. I know how busy you are for you to have been able to jump on this call. It's so amazing. Thank you for being with us for the past 3 years. A lot of people have used your advice for previous years. If you have not watched his previous videos, we are going to still share the link maybe after this video online for you to be able to watch, or you can go to hebron.seller.co. That's our store, and you'll be able to watch Blockchain for All 2022 and also watch video where he talked about the same concept of strategies and how to invest in cryptocurrency. So thank you very much, sir, for support.
Thank you
Thank you
so
for your guidance. I know most I call you to have long calls on how to organize the event, how to organize some of my arrangement for business and other things. Thank you for always jumping on our calls. And this is just the fruit of what you have been able to teach us over the years. I can see today it seems you came with a lot of people from your community because the question was just flowing in. You had your people from. I can see a lot of new faces on the comment section dropping their words. So it shows how you have been able to impact a lot of Nigerians, and we can see the results showing. So thank you very much, sir. So on this note, we'll let you go, but before you go, you give us your last word of advice. Please, I'm very sorry, I'll not be able to take more questions. If you're dropping questions on WhatsApp, just go online and drop it on the live session or follow the speaker. We have to respect our time because it's 1 hour, guys. So maybe we'll invite Mr. Helmi for another episode again to answer questions. So maybe next one, he will not talk more. We'll just be asking questions. I think that will be the best session we'll do for the next of the year. We'll just invite him on a random day to answer questions, and I know you get value. But now you can drop your questions. Possibly I'll document them, then we'll prepare on a day that Mr. Henry will ask. So we're having a lot of questions on the WhatsApp video. But before you just maybe we'll wrap it up for the next 5 minutes. Hopefully, some of the answers you will give in the summation or from the questions you already seen that is popping up, you'll be able to wrap up for today. Then we call it a day. Thank you
all
very
right.
much, sir.
All right. Just like I said from the beginning, all right, if you want to go very far in life, you need a mentor. We've gotten to where we are in life because we stood on the shoulders of giants. All right. If you have a mentor and a guide, all right, it will shorten the journey of success for you. So every question you are asking here, what you need to do is find a way to connect to Mr. Jafet John. All right, find a way to connect to Hebron Academy. I know on Hebron Academy they have all the information you will need to build your businesses. All right, they have different courses that you can go through to be able to build your mindset. So if you follow people who have track record of success, it becomes easy for you to succeed. You cannot just succeed by asking a random question and getting an answer. There's a discipline you will need to obey. There's a process you will need to go through. All right. It doesn't just happen automatically because you know one or two. You need to be mentored. Mentorship is the legal shortcut to success. What will take you 10, 20, or 50 years to achieve as an individual, you can be able to achieve that within 6 months to 1 year, 2 years, or 3 years, max 5 years with a mentor. All right. So I see a lot of people fail in this part of the world because they are not mentorable. All right. They are not teachable. They are not coachable. They are not learnable. All right. Nobody is born to be teachable, coachable, and learnable. You all learn those skills. There are skills you need to learn. Learn to listen. I've been around a lot of people, and when they ask me a question that how did you become successful? Once I start talking, they take over the conversation and talk as much as they can until at the end of the day they end up confusing themselves. Now listen to this, guys. Each time you're with someone who makes more money than you, keep quiet. Don't talk. Just observe their attitude. There's a law that transfer virtue to you from just being reasonable. If you're around people that makes more money than you and you start running your mouth, be careful when a wealthy man keep quiet close to you.
mm,
If you're with a wealthy man and you're running your mouth, and maybe he did like this and he's watching you, he's in his mind. He's just so perplexed with the level of your ignorance. Because if you have money, you wouldn't be talking. You will shut up.
mm,
All right. Okay. I'll be invited by people who actually need help, and they put it to me as if I'm the person that needs help. I'll just
mm,
keep quiet and listen, and at the end of the day, I'll go. So each time you find yourself in the company of a wealthy person, just keep quiet and observe. All right. Even if you have the best of ideas, go to them and ask them, sir, how can I help? How can I be part of what you're doing? What he is doing may not be what you like, but if you stay close to him and participate in what he's doing long enough, you'll be able to pick up the discipline. You'll be able to pick
mm,
up the strategies. You'll be able to pick up the principles, the laws he observed that makes him successful. You'll be able to pick those virtues. But by the time you're around him and you're making noise, tomorrow you will call him and you will tell you the fund will divert you to another country because he doesn't want a lot of noise around him. All right, I've been around wealthy people, and one thing I discover about them is they don't talk much, and everything about them is about observing a principle. One of the things you observe about them is they're very neat. Secondly, their mindset, they don't entertain any negativity. So if you're a negative person, you see them running away from you. They don't actually stay close to you. And if you come to them with the mindset of learning, they are willing to teach you for free. But if you
mm,
come to them to learn and tomorrow you are bringing your problems to them, all right? You don't know that, okay, a wealthy man that is sitting very calmly by your side actually need 10 billion naira to fund one of his own projects, and you're coming to disturb him with 1 million naira problem. All right. What you need to know is the mindset that is making him to think of 10 billion as small. That is the mindset you should go for. Not for the 1 million naira he can give you. He will give you the 1 million naira. You will think you've made money from him. And before the conversation is over, he has made like $10,000.
exactly.
And he will not show you because you are making noise. You're making noise. So when you're together with anyone who makes more money than you, keep quiet. Each time you're around your mentors, keep quiet. And find a way to subtly ask questions. For instance, sir, how did you get to where you are? He will be willing to share his biography with you. This is what I did, this is how I started. And in those things, if you're willing to pick those processes, that is the mindset that will make you successful. I think we've taken so much time on this
Yeah.
call. It's already
Thank you
past
very
our
much.
time. But
Yeah.
I think we'll have to actually organize something that can help a lot of people out there learn. And what I want you guys to do is to stay glued to Hebron Academy. All right. Japheth is doing a phenomenal work out there. And what Japheth has actually built is not what I've actually seen in the crypto space so far. All right. So there are a lot of profits that will start coming to you if you stay very close to Japheth. There are a lot of information from what he is building that will put a lot of money in your pocket. All right. So you need to stay connected. You need to stay close and make sure you're there with as many of your friends as possible. Because if you share good opportunities with a good number of people, then you make enough money. Don't forget this. Share a good opportunity with a good number of people. That puts a lot of money in your pocket. Thank you so much. My name is Hyelni.
Wow, thank you very much. I really appreciate you for having this wonderful session with us. We really appreciate you. And the only thing we can do is say thank you. And the best thing we can do for you is to follow your instructions and ensure that we see the result at the end of the day. Because we're certain if what you have said um, is not an angel that is just sitting down to say it. It's a man that has said it. Then definitely it's something that has worked, and we know when we put those instructions into practice, we are going to definitely see the result. So thank you very much for this wonderful time, Mr. Hedley. We can't. The community is saying thank you on behalf of everybody, on behalf of the sponsor, on behalf of the sponsors, on behalf of Hebron Academy, on behalf of the Hunter, on behalf of Benny Agro. We want to say thank you very much for this wonderful time. And we pray that whatsoever energy you have used to push out this knowledge, it will be returned back to you in tenfold. And we pray that your company will continue to grow. We know because if you have been here with us for the past 3 years, unless if you don't do what you are doing or what you have asked us to do, we are very certain that whenever we call on you, you are going to jump on the call to give us more advice. So thank you very much, sir. And thank you everyone that has joined. I have been seeing a lot of comments. I really appreciate the support from everyone for those sharing the videos. I really appreciate for those sharing comments. Thank you very much. You can follow me on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, every social media handle. Check Jaffet Johnson. I'm very certain we can communicate and connect there. So thank you very much and do have a wonderful night rest. Follow our pages to see the next speaker that will be coming up for the blockchain for all 2023 edition. And do have a wonderful night rest and enjoy your day. So thank you, sir.
All right, thank you. Thank you, everyone.